Hey everybody, I'm Den Haring. Welcome back to my channel, Fish Den 365. Today we're going to be doing another unboxing. We just made a purchase at Bass Pro Shops in Cabela's, and we have a bonus unpacking here with an eBay package that we'll show you in just a few minutes. So the way I'm able to get these baits as often as I do is I have a number of people who give me gifts, Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, and they're usually gift cards to Bass Pro, Cabela's, Tackle Warehouse, those kind of places. And then I have a Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops credit card, and almost all of my purchases and bills are paid with that card. And it collects reward points, and in a short order I can get $200 of reward points. So that's another way that I can afford some of these baits as often as I do. But I thought I'd show you what we have here. It's the spring season coming up now, so this is an important unboxing. We'll explain what we're doing, why we bought what we bought, and we'll start right now. So the first item here is this package that I got from eBay. Found a good deal here on some baits that are no longer in production, at least I don't think they are, but they're timely. And they are a soft jerk bait made by Yum called the Yum Houdini shad. Open these up here and I'll show you these. So this is a jerk bait that's been out years ago. And this color is pearl white. I didn't have any pearl white in the Houdini shad. I have them in other soft jerk baits, but I thought we'd pick some up in the Houdini shad. The Houdini shad is unique in its tail design. I'll show you this as soon as I get this package open. So here's the Houdini shad. Really nice soft plastic jerk bait. It's got this spade tail, but it has a cutout in the middle that you can actually pull out. Has an actual gap in it like this, or you can cut it and then the tail will have an action to it. It'll actually flip around in the water. I fished it all different ways. You know, you can fish it with the tail a little heavier like that. Oftentimes I'll poke that out and just let that hollow spot be in the tail and work the bait that way. But if I want a little more action on the tail, then I can cut it that way and let it work that way as well. But these baits have caught me many fish in the past. I have a lot of good memories throwing the soft plastic jerk bait at Nakamixon, and I'm looking forward to throwing them again soon in spring. Now, I got 3 packs of 10, I think for like $14, I think was what I paid. It was a pretty good price for 3 packs of 10. It was less than $5 a pack. And you can see here they're in good shape. And I'm looking forward to fishing them. In the not too distant future, I'm going to be doing another video on how to doctor your fluke, how to make your fluke look more realistic in the water. We'll show you that one in the not too distant future. All right, let's get, I got this stuff all over me from it's got their little scent on there or whatever. It's very greasy. Okay, so let's open up the Bass Pro Shops box now and we'll show you what we got there. So we'll explain what we got and why we got them. Okay, so let's see what the first item is. Some fishing line. So this is Spider Wire Stealth 50-pound test in green. This is what I use to fish my frogs and my toads, and I need to re-spool those reels. The line for me, I'll put 225 feet on the reel, and that's 75 yards. And then I will reverse that the second year, so I get 2 years out of that 75 yards on a reel. And this is a 300-yard spool, so I can do 4 reels with this, or I can do 1 reel for, you know, multiple years. Braid lasts a long time. It will actually last longer than 2 years, but I like to play it safe. And I use this braid pretty hard because I like to fish topwaters. I like to fish those toads and the frogs. So, you know, I fish it hard enough to make me want to reverse it after year number 1 and replace it after year number 2. Got some more fishing line here, and then we'll show you a bunch of baits. So this is 8-pound Invisex Cigar line. So Cigar makes this Invisex fluorocarbon line. 8-pound test. I like to throw this with jerk baits to get those jerk baits down a little further. Fluorocarbon sinks. Cigar makes a very good line with a small diameter, so it allows me to get my jerk baits and crankbaits down further that way. And then another one of the fishing line here, I've got Trilene Sensation. It's 330 yards of 12-pound test. I wanted something between 8 and 17. 12 seemed to fit the bill pretty good. I could use this for a number of applications: square bill crankbaiting, topwater lures, that kind of thing. All right, let's start looking at some of the baits. So I got a number of Rapala baits here. I'm going to try and grab them all at one shot. It's the Rapala OG Series Rocco. And I think I got them all in the same size, but in different colors. So the Rocco is a bait that I didn't currently own until now. And the reason why I bought it is I heard some really good reviews about this. This is the square bill. I'm going to pull one out here so you can see it. What this bait is really good at is as soon as you begin to turn your reel, this thing immediately begins to work. And that's not always true for other square bills. Sometimes you have to reel the handle a few times or move the rod to get it to really start moving. And so the thing that makes the Rocco unique is you can fish this thing extremely slow, but still get a ton of movement out of the bait. And that could be advantageous. This is a really nice crawfish color. Look at that. Really nice looking bait. Got the circuit board lip, which is a thin lip, very responsive. So this is the first color here. We'll show you this. It's a dark brown crawdad, a nice natural crawdad color. Just going to show you all these. We'll pull them out of the pack so you can see them. See the colors that I got. This one is called Copper Green Shad. You can see it's got that copper back, green on the sides, and then the white belly. Nice shad pattern here. Now I'll probably go ahead and change these hooks to the Gamakatsu EWGs that I like. I just have to decide if they should be number 4s or number 6s. We'll look at that later. Here's another one. This is a number 3 of the Rapala OG Rocco. This one is called Red Crawdad. So it's got like that greenish hue on the back, but a bright red belly. A little bit different than this crawdad color. But these crawdad colors are good in springs. I want it to be ready to throw these in the spring. And then the last one is a very basic color, but an extremely good color. It may be the best baitfish color there is out there. It's very, very natural looking. It's very basic. It's just called silver. It's just a black back, silver white sides, but it fits the profile of all baitfish. Dark top, lighter belly. And this color over the years has caught me so many fish. So I thought, well, I have to get this color. It's a basic color, but boy, it still works today very well. All right, so that's the 4 Rapalas. Let's see what else we got in the box here. I got 4 of these as well. Different crankbait, still a square bill. These are the Lewis ATV square bill crankbaits. This is the smallest one that they offer. It's the only one they had in stock at the time. Otherwise, I would have got some larger sizes. But the ATV, the reason why I bought these is because I got 2 of the same color here. I'll open it. Hopefully this won't take too long to open up. We'll open up these and show you these as well. Now these already come with what looks like triple grips, right? The hook that is slightly inward bent. Probably mustad triple grips, but it could also be EWGs from Gamakatsu. I might just leave those hooks on there. They're fine as is. Only thing I don't like is you can tangle them, so you just have to make sure you're casting well. But this is this one. The color is called Red Glitter Craw. I got 2 of these. Now, what makes the ATV unique and different from other square bills, you know, you look at it and you say, well, it looks pretty similar. It is different. It's got it's squared off more on the back and on the belly, but from what I understand about these is they come through cover very well. Weeds, but even more importantly, they come through timber and wood very well. So think fallen trees in the water. These things, they say, hardly you have to really almost purposely try to snag them. They say you can fish them right across branches and it won't get hung up, let alone down the main stem. So that was why I bought these, because not a lot of people throw crankbaits at wood, at fallen trees and timber and that kind of thing. So the fish aren't used to seeing so much of that. And that's why I bought the ATV, to be thrown and utilized in heavy cover. Heavy weeds, ripping them through the weeds, but also more importantly, fishing it on wood, on brush piles. So that's that red glitter coral. Let's show you the other two colors that I got. This one is called bluegill. I think it's just straight bluegill. It's got a really nice bluegill profile. It's got that deep dark blue, metallic blue on the back, and a nice bluegill coloration on the sides. They got nice eyes. Looking forward to fishing these baits. And we got one last one here. This is called green gizzard shad. This is a pretty common color in crankbaits, and I like it. You know, a lot of people like to fish red in the spring, and I do too, but sometimes I like to fish a really straight up shad pattern in the spring, and this whitish, I like white in the spring. People like red, I do too, but I also like white and whitish colored baits in the spring, and this fits that bill. So just gives them something different to look at, some different color, more of a shad profile. All right, so that's the 4 ATVs that I got. I also bought a number of size 4 treble hooks. These are Gamakatsu EWGs. They come 11 per pack. They're all size 4. I bought 3 packs because I'm out of size 4. I still have size 6, I still have size 2, but I needed size 4. So that's what those are. And I bought some of these. This is like a scrounger head, but it's made by a different company. It's called the Tennessee River Tremor Head. Unfortunately, it was the only size that they had. I wanted a smaller size. This was a 1/4 ounce. And it's just like a scrounger head. Hopefully you can see it through the package. And this is like a 4/0 size hook, so it's meant to be fished with some, maybe like this, you know, the standard size fluke you could fish it with, or this Houdini shad. It would fit that well. And it just allows you to reel the bait in, and it wobbles and makes it almost like a little chatterbait, like a subtle chatterbait. But I'm looking really for smaller ones. I'm probably gonna have to go to Tackle Warehouse for 1/8 ounce and below, smaller profiles, because I'd like to fish them on the smaller fluke baits. They work good. I've caught plenty of fish that way too, so they do work well with that. And then lastly, I've got a bunch of spoons. These are Flutter spoons. I'll pull them out of the pack so you can see them. I got 2 of the same color here, so let's show you these. These are made by Nichols. This is the Nickel Lake Fork Flutter Spoon. Of all the Flutter spoons, I think it's the best known and known to catch fish. I throw the Strike King Flutter Spoon. I like that one a lot as well. But this is the Nichols. They're high quality. This is the 4-inch spoon. Now you could also get a 5-inch, and they have even bigger ones. They have giant ones for muskies. It's funny because I'm a huge jigging spoon and blade bait fisherman. You guys who follow my videos, you know that. I love throwing jigging spoons and blade baits. But I never threw Flutter spoons, at least not seriously, until this past summer. I started throwing them in the summer, started using them in the fall, and they've intrigued me greatly, the way they work in the water and what you can do with them. And so I sure hope to make some videos this year on these things, because they're very interesting, and I really like the quality already of this Nichols. It comes with a swivel, so you're not going to twist your line with this. You can still put a snap on there, or you can just tie directly to the swivel. But it comes with a swivel. That's really nice. It even has this tinsel hook. It's not EWG, so I'll probably change it out. Although that hook is very sharp, and I do like the bend in it. It's got the right bend, so I might just leave that alone. That's a sharp hook. This is a really nice looking bait. This is probably called Sexy Shad or something like that. Actually, it's Blueback HD. It's 4 inches and it weighs about 3/4 ounce. But even though it weighs 3/4 ounce, because it's wide like this, it has a slow flutter as it goes down. And I mean, it has a crazy flutter, and the sun shines and it really reflects that light. And then when you lift it up and come back down again, it tends to get vicious strikes when the conditions are right. And I hope to learn a whole lot more about these this year. I'll be fishing this spoon this year to learn the bait, because I know that under the right conditions, this thing can be dynamite. And I'm looking forward to experimenting with it and learning more about it for largemouth, smallmouth, and stripers especially. So that's the what do we call that one? The Blueback HD. That's a really nice shad profile there. I got 2 of those, so no need to open the second one. It's the same, but we'll show you the other 2 colors that I got. This one is silver chrome, so this could be good on those bright sunny days as well. It'll reflect a lot of light. You can see looks like silver with chrome plate. Looks really nice. Got that same nice hook arrangement. And then last but not least, we've got blue shad here. Show you this one. And like I said, I didn't get a chance to fish these much last year, but I did get some vicious strikes. I bought 4 of them because they're easy to lose. You can hang these things up in brush and timber and stuff like that and just lose them. So you need to have more than one. And again, this one is blue shad. You can see why. It's got that blue color and then just chrome on the other side. So all of these have a good look to them. The reason why I want to experiment with them isn't just because I want to fish them by jigging them, which I certainly will. But last year when I was playing with these, they had a really good look to them just when you reeled them in. If you reeled them in at the right speed, it looked like a bait fish the way it would wobble and throw. So I wouldn't doubt that you can catch fish by retrieving them that way too. And that's one of the things I want to experiment a little bit more with this year. I haven't seen or heard much about people fishing these kind of spoons that way, but boy, it looks good to me, and so I hope to learn more about it come this summer. Well, that's it. We've exhausted the box. We are now empty, and that is the baits that I've got. Let me know what you think in the comments of these baits. Or what do you think? Are they appropriate for the coming year? I got a bunch of square bills. I'm a big square bill fisherman. I have a ton of square bills already. I also love lipless crankbaits, spinner baits this time of year, swim jigs, all this kind of stuff with the spring coming. But these square bills have unique properties that I didn't have either one of these brands before. The ATV, I've never had that, never played with it, but I understand it comes through cover great. And then that Rocco with it, where you can fish it extremely slow and still get a lot of action out of it. Looking forward to experimenting with that too. The Rocco, I also want to get the bigger sizes of these down the road, which they're a little harder to find and sometimes not always available. But I'd love to hear your comments, what you think about the crankbaits I have, the Rocco and the ATV. Do you have any experience with them? Let me know. Also, what do you think of these nickel flutter spoons? Have you fished these? And how about the larger ones? This is 4 inches. This is the size of the bait in a lot of the lakes I throw, but then certain lakes like Knox, much larger bait, probably should be throwing a much larger spoon. But I have to experiment and learn and get my own confidence in that. Again, comment on that. Let me know what you think. And we'll have another video out here soon enough. Keep it tuned here for more. Hope to see you on the water. Be safe out there. And as always, may God bless your fishing endeavors.